Alright guys, welcome back here to another video. Today's video, as you can see, we are not on the water. We're in the garage and today is a maintenance day. We have a long list of things to cover and repair here on the boat, including some oil changes, some preventative maintenance, and a couple other things we got to replace. So we even made a huge to-do list just to make sure we cover everything, and we're going to jump right in and get started. Before we get started though, I do want to mention today's video is sponsored by Better Boat. Better Boat has sent us products in the past to make sure we clean our boat and take care of it. And today they sent us some new trailer straps we'll be installing. So let's go ahead and check those out. Let's go ahead and go through the list and let's go ahead and get started. Let's go. All right guys, here they are. These are the Better Boat Boat Ratchet straps. So these are straps that are retractable and they go on your boat and permanently mounted. So as you can see, they are very high quality, very nice, and I am extremely curious to see how they hold up against the salt water. Been around salt all my life and I know a lot of products don't hold up, so definitely going to put these to the test, and I will do a follow-up review on them in a couple months and let you guys know how they're doing. So in the pack, it comes with two straps. It comes with the stainless steel hardware, and it also comes with some mounting brackets here that you could use to install them. I'll go ahead and drop a link down below where you guys could find these, and yeah, let's go ahead and install them. I actually bought some aluminum brackets that I'll be using just because my trailer configuration is a little bit different, so these are not going to work, and I'll show you guys how that gets all installed. Alright, so aside from the straps, we also have a pretty lengthy agenda here that we are hoping to cover. So let's go ahead and go over it real quick. So first off on the list, we're going to go ahead and take care of the oil change, the 100-hour service on the engine. We're going to go ahead and take care of some fuel line issue that we found a few days ago. We're going to grease all the grease points on both the engine and the trailer. We're going to check the trailer, check the tires, check everything, the lights, make sure everything is good. We got to replace that bow roller on the trailer. Bow roller has broken and we got a new one. The trailer straps we'll be adding, they're going to be these. We got to replace the live well pickup. The high-speed pickup on the live well actually fell off the other day on some rough water, so we're going to go ahead and replace that. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and start the engine and clean the boat. As you can see guys, we have a pretty lengthy agenda and a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's go. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to go ahead and take care of is the oil change on the 90 Suzuki. So this is the 100-hour oil change. We're going to be replacing the oil, the filter, oil filter. We're going to be replacing the lower unit oil, and then we'll be inspecting the prop. We'll be inspecting all the lines inside and making sure everything is in good working order. After we do that, I did buy the small little fuel filter that goes in the low canister, so we'll take care of that. And then we're going to go ahead and run through and grease everything up on the engine, and that'll be the first thing we'll take care of today. And this will be my first time doing a service on this particular engine. First service was the 20 hours, which we got done at the dealership. So this is the first time I'll be doing a service on the Suzuki. Got a couple of these heavy-duty paper towels here, just to have handy. These are nice and absorbent. Take care of stuff real good. So one thing I did do before I started everything was created this little tiny, almost like funnel for the oil drain there. That way I don't make a mess down the engine. So hopefully it works. I just cut up a little can of seltzer and then you're gonna pop it in here kind of like this, and hopefully it creates a little funnel where the oil will just fall into the pan and not make a mess. So let's see if that works. Oil is definitely needing to be changed. Nice and dark in color, but the little funnel worked. It's really nice. Minimal mess, which is what we're going for. Important thing I did do was buy the new washer that goes between. Always replace those whenever you're doing oil changes. It literally costs nothing, so it's always good to replace those. As you can see, look at the difference. Here's the old one it's all nice and worn. Here's a brand new one, so we'll replace that. Go ahead and take care of the oil filter now. So the oil filter, I've heard it's a little messy on these engines. Just put some rags underneath and hopefully it's not too much of a mess. We'll see. But worst case, you know, once we're done, we'll clean it up and take care of that. Let's see. Definitely seems like it's a little uncomfortable. I don't know if we should have pulled these side covers, but let's see if we could do it without taking those off. Yeah, we got it. No, doesn't have too much. That's good. Oh my god, yes it does, it does, it does, it does. Alright, hopefully it wasn't too bad. Alright guys, so we have our genuine Suzuki oil filter going in. Buying factory original parts is the best thing you could do for your engines, so make sure you take care of that. We'll take a little bit of the old oil that we have here and just grease up the O-ring. Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and fill the engine back with oil. Once again, original Suzuki oil, right from the factory, right from the dealer. So we're going to go ahead and fill her up, measure everything out, make sure everything is good to go. Alright guys, so oil change is done on the engine. Oil filter is replaced. We added oil. We'll go ahead and start the engine later on. We'll pull it outside, hook up to water and start it. Make sure everything fills up. Make sure the oil filter fills up, and then we'll measure it again. If we need to, we'll add a little bit more in there. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the lower unit, replace that oil, and after that, we'll hit up the fuel system, the little things we have to do there. So let's keep going. Now it's got a good amount of oil in there. Put that top one in. Guys, another quick update. So we just completed the lower unit gear oil change. The oil that it had looked great. It looked perfect. Actually, probably didn't even need to be changed, but we went ahead and changed it anyways. We got that done. Engine oil is done. Now we're gonna go ahead and change the fuel filter, and then I'll show you that little fuel line that I was talking about here real quick. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and change the fuel filter that goes inside this little canister here. We're gonna do that. And then the other day, I noticed on the fuel water separator, these fuel lines here, look at that. It is dug in there. It is, I don't know if they tightened this too much when they installed the engine or what they did there, but that does not look good. That looks like it might snap off. So what we'll do, we have plenty of line here. We'll cut it, make it a little shorter, connect it on here, and then, you know, just cinch it down enough to where it doesn't leak, but it doesn't wear through it like that. This is also exposed to the sun, so it does get beat by the sun a lot, so we just have to monitor this. Same thing goes with this one. I think I'll probably do the same thing, cut it, pop it in, and then cinch it down just enough to keep it tight and not make it go in all the way like that. So give you a good comparison there. New one, old one. Definitely worth replacing. Only cost us a few bucks. All right guys, so let's see if we could take care of these fuel lines and cut them, pop them in. They're not too old. These fuel lines are actually less than a year old, so they don't have to be replaced. It's just a matter of these little fittings here. I just don't like the way this is sitting, so let's go ahead and take care of that. All right guys, one more thing knocked off the list. We finished up with the fuel system, replaced that fuel filter, replaced those line ends there. I'll show you guys how that came out. So now you can see they're nice and tight, but they're not overly tight and compressed. It's not all sunburnt and getting crusty. So these are brand new ends. Like I said, the lines are not that old, so we didn't have to replace the lines or anything. It was just that little area there was getting baked by the sun. So I'll just go ahead and do that every now and then when the line gets too short, I'll go ahead and replace it. But for now, I think that's good. Let's go ahead and keep moving and keep going with the list. All right, so the next thing on the list is going to be, let's grease up the engine, make sure we hit up all the grease points, and then after that, we'll go ahead and start attacking everything that we need to do on the trailer. So let's go ahead and get to it. Scratch one more thing off the list. We're going to jump down the list and take care of this Liveable pickup real quick. Replace that since it's right here in the back of the engine, and then we'll start hitting up the trailer stuff. Let's go. There you go. Liveable pickup is back and installed. All right, we are completed with that project and on to the next. So now we're gonna go ahead and tackle the trailer and let's keep going. Let's go. All right guys, so for this next part of the project, we're actually gonna go ahead and take the boat to a local boat ramp, launch it, leave it in the water, and then work on that bow roller on the trailer. I'll show you guys what we're dealing with. It is too tight on the boat, so I can't undo it with the boat on the trailer. So we're gonna go down the street and take care of that. While we are out, we're also going to stop by the hardware store and pick up some lag bolts that we will be needing to install our straps. So let's go ahead and get out there. Let's do that real quick. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull the boat out, start it up, make sure everything is running well, and then we'll go ahead and hit the water. Let's go. All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and let's go to Lowe's real quick. We gotta grab some lag bolts that work for the straps that we're gonna be putting on the trailer. I found a good spot for them and hopefully it works out really good, but we need some lag bolts that we could just drill into the bunks, and that's where it's gonna go. And yeah, after that we will go ahead and stop by a local boat ramp, launch the boat, replace that bow roller. I got the tools with me, and then we might give the boat a little test drive around the lake, see, make sure everything's good, make sure all the systems are good, and yeah, I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. The last thing we'll do when we come back is we'll take care of the trailer. We'll air up the tires and grease everything up, and after that we should be all good to go. So let's go ahead and run over there. Let's get that handled, and I'll get you guys at the hardware store. Let's go. Left Lowe's, picked up some lag bolts, so I think we should be good to go to strap down that ratchet strap there. So let's go ahead and head over to the ramp, launch the boat, fix that bow roller, and keep going with it. Woo, water's nice and high. Let's see if we do this without getting wet. All right, so here's the new bow roller we're gonna replace. Brand new, nice, and brand new bow roller. We're gonna go ahead and replace that old one that's falling apart, scratching up the boat. So let's go ahead and get that done. You can see, look at this one. This one's all torn up already. It was scratching up the boat. So out with the old, in with the new. All right guys, so we are back in the garage now. My camera battery actually died, but we did end up taking the boat for a little ride in the lake. Everything checked out perfectly. The motor ran fine, shifted good, everything's good. So now we're gonna go ahead and tackle the last few things we had on our list. So one of those being adding those Better Boat retractable straps. So we got those lag bolts that we wanted, stainless steel, and now we're gonna go ahead and add those to the trailer. And then after that, we'll check the trailer, put some air on the tires. I know it's missing a little bit of air, and we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started, let's go ahead and hit up our checklist here, because we have done a few things. So the bow roller is done. Liveable pickup is also done. We started the engine and we cleaned the boat. I haven't cleaned the boat completely. I'll probably do that another day. But as far as starting the engine, running it, we ran in the lake, we started it here, and everything's good to go. Alright, so the only thing we have left is the trailer straps and then check the trailer. So let's go ahead and knock those out. That way we can complete the to-do list. Let's go. These are the original bolts it came with. They seem to be a little bit shorter than 2-inch. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 3-inch lag bolt, going right through this wooden bunk here. And that should be plenty of support to hold those straps in. What we had before was these little eye-rings, which are just screwed into the wood here, so they're not even bolted. So I think they should be good to go with these nice 3-inch lag bolts. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pre-drill a little hole, and then we're going to go ahead and put these in with the impact drill. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get started with the one on this side. We will try to get the strap to be as low as possible when it comes to the boat. That way it doesn't interfere with ever hitting the actual boat itself. So I'm thinking could probably get away with the strap being right about there. All right, I think that's pretty good. Now when it's time to release it, like this, let it go, bam, good to go. Alrighty, I like it. Cool. All right, let's go on to the next one, which is going to be exactly the same as over there. I'm going to go ahead and give it like an inch off the bottom. There we go. There are the finished products. Nice and neat on the trailer bunks here. So when we're ready to transport the boat, all we need to do is grab them, throw them on, press the blue button here, get them tight, and give it a few smins, and just like that, boat is nice and tied up. Cut that off. Don't want that blowing in the wind. And then once you get to the ramp and you're ready to untie your boat, all you got to do is press the blue button again, all the way down. Literally release it for you, pop it off, then press the blue button again. I'll pick it right up for you. So very neat, very awesome product by the guys over at Better Boat. So make sure to check them out. Link in the bio. Hit them up. Yeah, besides the straps, if you guys are looking for any other products for your boat, make sure to check them out. They have a huge line of cleaning supplies and cleaning products made specifically for the marine industry. So make sure to check them out. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to the last item on the agenda today, which is checking the trailers, getting some air on those tires. And then after that, we are done. All right, guys, so we are all wrapped up here today. As you can see, it is more than just using the boat, going out to the beach, fishing. Boat, you got to take care of it. You got to do your maintenance. You got to take a day to really go through it and take care of anything that needs to be done. If you leave things, they start piling up, and next thing you know, you have a ton of things broken and it costs us a ton of money. So make sure you do your maintenance. Make sure you take some time to go through your boat and give it some love. and it'll definitely pay back. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out Better Boat for all your boat cleaning and boat accessories. Drop the information on the description below. Until next time, I'll catch you on the next video. Let's go.